But I'm creating Igbo village, which has never happened in the history of the world. Talking to you, I've acquired 50 acres of land, that is 250 plus of land, along the Flower Road, that is at Old Ningo area.
Nobody in Ghana can welcome such kingdom. And there is no way any kingdom should be established on our land while we have our kingdom.
Ghanaians actors who become rich because of Nigeria. And we all know a lot of actors and actors who went to Nigeria to make a lot of money because of acting film in Nigeria.
I'm sounding a word of caution to the Nigerians. Ghanaians, we will stand up to defend our territorial land.
Ghanaian media that is inciting hate between Nigerians and Ghanaians, now God will punish you now. Like, why don't you use this strength to promote your artists?
Ghana and sense be like this.
An unelected king, a land dispute, and now a protest with the chilling chant, Nigerians must leave. Welcome to Afriscope TV, where we expose the untold stories shaking Africa's foundations. Subscribe now to stay informed and unfiltered. In 2012, a Nigerian businessman named Dr. Chukwudi Jude Ihenetu declared himself the Ezi Igbo of Ghana, claiming to represent over 3 million Igbos living in the country. But in July 2025, he did something that ignited a firestorm. He claimed 50 acres of land in Prampram, in Ghana's Greater Accra region, and declared it an official Igbo kingdom.
But I'm creating Igbo village, which has never happened in the history of the world among the Igbos in the world. As I'm talking to you, I've acquired 50 acres of land, that is 250 plus of land, along the Flower Road, that is at Old Ningo area. Along that road, it's right on the road. I acquired 250 plus of land. My reason of acquiring this land is to build Igbo village in Ghana. I call it Amandi Igbo in Ghana. We'll build a village where we're gonna build the palace of Igbo there, a huge palace. We'll build Igbo town hall there with about 2,000 capacity chairs and 100 rooms guest house. The essence of this guest house is most of the times our governors and our Igbo great leaders do come to Ghana. You know, they always go with their entourage. If they come to Ghana, their entourage will see where they will lodge for free of charge, maybe for a day or two. Most of their visits, it doesn't take more than 48 hours or 24 hours. They stay there free of charge, and they know that, yes, this is what they have benefited from the Igbos living in Ghana. Again, our people that have accommodation problem and all that will come get there at least for 2 or 3 days before they can get out of the country, or those that come into the country, in one way or the other, will have accommodation of 100 rooms guest house. We will also, in the palace of the Igbo, we also have apartment there for special guests like governors and ministers. And in future, I know that we, the Igbos, will provide president in Nigeria. And I know that the president that will rule Nigeria at time to come must be an Igbo man. And one day, by the special grace of God, he also going to be part of those that are going to lodge at the guest house there in Igbo village. In that Igbo village, my good brother, what I want to do there is we'll create streets there. We'll create streets that will represent the names of the ancient Igbos. We'll create the streets that will bear the name of Sambakwe Street. That's the ex-governor of Imo State. We'll create a street that will bear the name of Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, the first president of Nigeria. We'll create a street that will bear the name of Nzogo. We'll create a street that will bear, of course, the name of my father also, Chukwudi Ihenetu, and all the great Igbo leaders that they have gone. And those are present. We create streets in their name that will represent them in Igbo village in Ghana. And this Igbo village in Ghana, every Igbo man all over the world have right to come there and buy property. Either you want a plot of land or 2 plots of land to build your dream house. We're also going to build tall buildings of maybe 6th floor or 7th floor. We'll sell them flat by flat. And we will have a single entrance in this Igbo village. When you come in there, you know you're coming into Igbo village in Ghana. From there, Igbos will expand. We will build markets there.
Almost immediately, critics accused him of overstepping cultural and constitutional boundaries.
And now an Igbo man running around in Ghana claims to be king. King of what exactly? If he is the king of Igbos as he claims, then it's more meaningful when he rules from an Igbo land, don't you think? Listen, I like the audacity with which he speaks and carries himself around, but I would love to see that same energy and audacity carried out in Nigeria instead. Could he have had such a voice in any village in Nigeria? He can only do this here because we, the Ghanaian people, have opened our doors to all. But this must stop. Mr. President of Ghana, be guided on how you go about this situation, because the youth of Ghana who made you president are talking on every platform on social media. Our voices are united against anything or anyone that would want to undermine our constitution. Mr. President, stop giving unnecessary validation to this man and his likes. The more he runs around associating and snapping pictures with you, the more he goes around parroting the idea of being someone of significance in our country, which he is actually not. You have a country to run, Mr. President. You must be busy. Your ministers of state and the members of parliament and all don't have to compromise on any level for this man. The Igbo man is a foreigner on our land and not a royal. He can be a king amongst his people in Ghana, but that shouldn't be carried out onto our own people. And ultimately, this is what I want to say to Nigeria. Claiming the giant of Africa status for yourselves is not in words, but in deeds. Be the giant at home first of all. Go home and begin the process of everything you are looking for out there. Go home and get it started. You have the men, you have the resources, and the attention of the world. What you need is to direct it to where the problem originates. The problem is not in the system of Ghana or South Africa or how any country treats you, because those systems were not built for you. The problem is with your own broken system. You have the financial muscle to mobilize the needed funds for this cause if you choose, but that will be when you make that decision to choose to go and save your country. The people of Nigeria can set up their own political party if that's what will bring the change. But you cannot do that while living overseas or running all the time. You need men and women on the ground to play the role of foot soldiers, ladies and gentlemen. You must go back and be a part of the change you want, or else don't try effecting those changes in other people's countries. And to those Nigerians who refer to Ghana as small Ghana, listen, how do you say small Ghana when Ghana is nearly the size of the UK? The UK is a union of 4 countries, but less than 3% bigger than Ghana, yet controls the world's financial system. Would you call the UK small under any circumstance? Nigeria? I think you choose to be deliberate on denigrating Ghana's reputation by calling her small, simply because this is the only time you can feel proud about something or on any subject when compared to Ghana. It is not the size of the land or the population of the country that determines greatness, ladies and gentlemen, because if that were the case, the UK shouldn't be sitting at the G7. It is your ability to create the most value with what you have that matters, ladies and gentlemen. You have so much, yet you have so little to show for. Let this video rather trigger the anger that is in you, to fuel you to begin on the course for the change that's eluded your country all these years. Go back home and effect that change that you yearn for, or learn to live under the laws of the host countries in which you live. I hope I didn't offend you, but if I did, I had to, because you needed to hear this. And I'll be back with another one very soon. Ladies and gentlemen.
Ghana and sense be like this.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you find this video. The name is Michael Agbatokol Babwanejes, aka Barrister. Today, I'll be diving into the achievements of His Royal Majesty, Dr. Chukwudi, the Igbo King of Ghana. To be frank, we are really blessed to have that man in this country. Therefore, Operation Nigerian Igbos must stay, or Nigerian must stay in Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, it's very funny to the extent that there are some people, or let's say some TikTokers or journalists, who do not want to investigate about this man or his achievement and his goals in this country before putting out information across the world. let me shock you by saying this thing. If we don't know, or we Ghanaians, if care is not taken, and we do this mistake by deporting Nigerians or deporting His Royal Majesty Dr. Chukwudi back to Nigeria, our economy will crumble. Our economy will be in a state of higgledy-piggledy. Our economy will be the worst economy in the West Africa land. Ask me why. This is the reason why. This man is the CEO of Chipeto Group Companies in Ghana. Chipeto Group Companies in Ghana. To be frank, that group, that company comprises of a lot of company under. He is the CEO. And this support, the support that this man is rendering to this country, our country, Ghana and the neighboring country, to be frank, I applaud the man. I applaud the man. The man is a multi-millionaire, a business tycoon. He's one of the Pantagonian business tycoon in this country called Ghana. As I'm talking to you right now. Seriously. There are some secrets when you don't know her. You ask yourself, why is it that our leaders are not talking about this man? Why is it that our kings, most of them are not voicing about this man, that he should leave the country? They know that those are the people boosting the economy of the country. So we that are on social media ranting or in the name of protesting, we are going to protest, we are going to demonstrate. You may demonstrate, but you left with the government to take that decision. Me and you, we have voted, yes. But the rest of the decision does not lie between me and you. That man, he is the CEO of Chipeto Group Companies in Ghana. They are responsible of importing and exporting domestic materials to supermarkets and neighboring countries in this country. That man supplies things to you people, domestic materials to you people in this country, and also supply to the neighboring countries in this country. And you have such man, and you want to raise an allegation against him just because he made a mistake by saying that he bought a land which he has not bought. He's going to be fired. To be frank, on the 19th of July 2025, there will be war in heaven, and it will be manifested in the physical realm. You understand that power jump power, the laser power must bow. Operation Nigerian must stay. Ladies and gentlemen, let me use this story before we go into Mr. Dr. Chukwudi's achievements in this country. There was this school that they don't have water. The students, the classroom pastor somewhere in this country. And Nigerian called VDM, very dark man, left his shore from China, passing Cote d'Ivoire, straight to Ghana to rescue those people. You heard the story in this country. He's a Nigerian. He's not a Ghanaian. He made sure they have water supply. He made sure the classroom is in better form. Build classroom for you people. None of the journalists were able to voice out this achievement in this country by a Nigerian. And you want to tell them that they should leave the country. Let me tell you, the Ghana must go that you people have been saying that Nigerians sacked the Ghanaians back in the 90s. Let me tell you, Ghana was the first country that sacked Nigerians first. Do your research and get your facts very well. Google it. Ghana was the first country that sacked Nigerians out of Ghana. That was the retaliation of Ghana must go. Let's cease fire. His Royal Majesty, Dr. Chukwudi, is the CEO of Chipeto Transport Limited in Ghana. You have never heard about it. He is the one providing the transport up and down that you have been taking. Some of you Ghanaians are even working under that man, but you never knew him. And you want to sack those people. You want to be governors in this country. A country where providing job for the youth is very difficult. Somebody that have tried to provide job for people and you want to sack it. Did you see any of his company members bragging around that Nigeria must go? There are people that are not doing it all. It's only you people that are on social media having a political caucus that they are paying some of you from Nigeria. Me, those people calling me from Nigeria in order to receive their money, I don't have time for you. Nobody is paying me. So because of that, I won't cease by saying the truth. He's the CEO of Chibet Transport Limited, providing transport for you people in this country. You have been boarding his cars, but you never knew. That man is the Chibet Mother Care Limited. They are responsible of providing materials to the Ghana Health Service. Do your research. They work with Ghana Health Service in this country. That man's company is the one supplying diapers and a lot of baby care things. Some of you that have gone to the hospital, your wives are in the hospital giving birth right now.
Just days after his announcement, the GA Traditional Council released a statement. We do not recognize any Igbo king in the GA state. No individual or group can claim chieftaincy authority on GA lands without our consent. They demanded the EC cease all public activities and rituals or face legal action.
Nobody in Ghana can welcome such kingdom. And there is no way any kingdom should be established on our land while we have our kingdom already. Council. So bring you a warm greetings from the Ningo Traditional Council. Our attention has been drawn to recent media publications about the alleged establishment of a kingdom by a self-proclaimed king of Igbos in Old Ningo within the Ningo Paramountcy. The Traditional Council today, Tuesday, 8th July 2025, held an emergency meeting to deliberate on the matter. After consultations among ourselves and with our Member of Parliament, who doubles as Minister for Communication, Digital Technology and Innovations, we have reached the following positions on the matter. 1. The ancient Great Ningo Kingdom has always been welcoming to visitors, including the British, Dutch, and Germans. 2. The Ningo Paramountcy is led by our chief, or my able self, Nene Osrangbo Jangba II, and does not intend to have either ruler, domicile on our land. 3. 5 clans who own land along the Tema-Aflau Road in the general Old Ningo area have not sold any land to the said Igbo King to develop a kingdom. 4. That the Minister for Interior, who doubles as Minister responsible for national security, takes immediate steps to use all lawful means at his disposal to invite and interrogate the said individual to ascertain the exact facts about his purported land acquisition. 5. That the Minister collaborates closely with the Traditional Council to forestall any further action by the said individual that has the potential to lead to public unrest, as the youth and chiefs of Ningo have vowed to resist any such developments. 6. That our Member of Parliament uses his good office and advocacy to ensure that this matter receives urgent attention at the highest levels of government to protect his ancestral home. 7. That by this letter, we notify the Honorable District Chief Executive of Ningo Prampram District Assembly to ensure his engineering unit does not grant any permit to the construction of the said kingdom or any of its buildings. The Traditional Council reiterates our hospitality to visitors and is quick to point out that we currently host persons from over 20 different nationalities who have resettled on our land in their private capacities. None of them has tried to establish a kingdom of any such community. Our guests have always subjected themselves to the authority of the Traditional Council, and that remains a critical requirement for the enjoyment of our warm hospitality. Honorable Minister, we are assured of your forthright disposition and defense of our national integrity from our previous rules as Chief Whip in Parliament and also as Member of Parliament for Asawase. We know you will never tolerate such disrespect for your traditional authority and count on you to do same for us. Be assured of the considerations of our highest regards. Thank you.
It wasn't just words. Security agencies have reportedly begun investigations into land documentation and cross-border influence. As the controversy deepened, anger spilled into the streets. A youth group calling themselves Ghana First Patriots announced a protest for July 19, demanding the removal of the Igbo monarch, then calling for mass deportation of undocumented Nigerians. Social media exploded. Some Ghanaians accused Nigerian communities of cultural overreach, while others condemned the protests as xenophobic.
Ghanaian media that is inciting hate between Nigerians and Ghanaians, now God will punish you now. You now hear me? I said now God will punish you now. Like, why don't you use this strength to promote your artists? Why don't you use that very strength to promote the talented men and women of your country? So because there's an Ezendibo in Ghana, you're upset, you believe that he wants to take over your land. Are you kidding me? Even in this Nigeria, in every state, there is an Ezendibo, and they have not taken over people's land. In Texas, USA, in California, in every single state of the world where you find Igbos, there are Ezendibos in each and every of those states, in each and every of those countries. Okay? So, because there is an Ezendibo and your media is promoting that this man has bought 50 acres of land, that he wants to build his own kingdom, and you people are following it blindly, you're protesting Nigerians must go. Hey, God. You don't know that it can go both ways. Believe you me, you stand on the losing end. You stand on the losing end. You people don't inquire about anything. Your level of ignorance is actually baffling me, honestly. These people that are doing this, you're just inciting unnecessary hate. Why don't you use the same power to promote the talented young women and men that you have in your country?
Ghanaians actors who become rich because of Nigerians. And we all know a lot of actors and actors who went to Nigeria to make a lot of money because of acting film in Nigeria. Someone like Yvonne Koro, Yvonne Nelson, Nadia Buhari, Jakapia. I can't even name them. There are many. If it is the men like Van Vika, Mejid, Don Domilo, and lot that all these people I just mentioned know how to act more than Nigerians. At the time all these people moved from Ghana to Nigeria, that time Nigeria already have a lot of big stars in Nigeria. So like Omotola, Genevieve, Iniedo, Dominic greater. I can't count them. And if you come to the men, we have someone like Ameke Iken and we have someone like Noah. A lot of people in Nigeria, they even said, oh, Charlie, we have enough. They still do what? Help the Ghanaians to come there to make money for themselves. But they still create space for the Ghana artists to come to Nigeria to work for themselves, make money for themselves, which is something that Ghanaians can never do it. The reason why Nigerians are rising is because of the belief that working together can move you forward. And today, look at the Nigerian movie industry in Africa. Have the big movie industry in Africa. All these Ghana movie stars who become rich overnight, moving from Ghana to Nigeria. If they should have remained in Ghana like by now, no one know them. Because at the time when these movie stars were in Ghana, they were not popular like now. No one even know them back then. But because of Nigerians are not selfish, these people can put food on their table today. I want to know one thing that Ghana has done for Nigeria. Maybe it is me who don't know or who don't remember anything. 90% of Ghanaians have dollars for their own people. A Ghanaian don't want is for you to see his fellow Ghana is progressing, moving forward. When I was in Africa, I don't know Ghanaians hate each other so much. But when I reach Europe, that is where I found out, get to know that Ghanaians don't like each other. We are the cause of our own problem, but all the time we are looking for excuse to put our blame on some people. If you sit down and look at Nigerian movie industry and their music industry, you would think that it's population that is moving them. It's the mentality they have that is moving them. Nigeria may have tribalism problem in the country, but that did not stop them from helping each other. I started following Nigeria in the year 2009, and I have seen the difference between Ghanaians and Nigerian people. If you are moving with Nigerians, you have 90% of chance of surviving. But if you are moving with Ghanaians, you have 5% of chance of surviving. A Ghanaian will know that in his working place, there is a chance they are looking for someone, and his friend is looking for a job, or someone living with him in the house looking for a job. But he will never tell this his friend or someone that is living in the house with him. All the Ghana movie stars who moved to Nigeria, their life have changed for good more than the ones that remain in Ghana. If you have talent in anything that you believe, try to go close to Nigerians and your life will change.
This isn't just a Ghana-Nigeria issue. It raises deep questions for all of Africa. Is African unity only theoretical? Should diaspora communities appoint kings on foreign soil? And what happens when cultural celebration becomes political power? According to Professor Lumumba, this is not just about the Igbo King, it's about how Africa defines identity and land ownership across borders. Some Nigerians say the protests expose deep-seated hostility against West African immigrants. Others argue that leadership structures must respect host cultures. This is not the first time a Nigerians must go movement has rocked West Africa. In 1983, Nigeria expelled over 2 million Ghanaians, an event still etched in Ghana's collective memory. Now the tables seem to be turning. Is history repeating? Or is this the moment to break the cycle? What do you think? Is the Igbo King promoting unity or pushing Ghana's limits? Should traditional kings represent diaspora communities outside their homelands? Drop your thoughts in the comments. This is a conversation Africa must have. If you appreciate our fearless journalism and Pan-African storytelling, hit the super thanks button or become a channel member. It helps us stay independent. You're watching Afriscope TV, where truth lives and propaganda dies. Like, share, and subscribe to stay ahead of the headlines. Until next time, stay alert, Africa is watching. Disclaimer. This video is for educational and informational purposes only. Afriscope TV does not promote hate, violence, or misinformation. All content is based on publicly available data and expert commentary. Viewers are encouraged to think critically and verify independently.